who can't do nothing for the masses of our people. We need land and territory that we can call our own.
A fool and his money will soon part, and rich fools don't threaten the oppressor's establishment. But money coupled with wisdom brings power, which is why America's racist power system has worked diligently to hinder resources and financial support away from black independence movements. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad became the most powerful black man in America by using the pennies and dimes of his supporters to build an independent empire amidst the world's superpower. This prompted the U.S. government to infiltrate and sabotage business operations to ensure blacks never obtain this type of independent power base.
And Jews who have been guilty of exploiting the black people in this country economically, civically, and otherwise hide their guilt by accusing the Honorable Elijah Muhammad of being anti-Semitic simply because he teaches our people to go into business for ourselves and try and take over the economic leadership in our own community.
So they've continuously worked to hinder adequate resources from the Nation of Islam. Yet with very little resources and with powerful governments against them, the Muslims have been able to accomplish unprecedented feats. Using the nickels and dimes of his supporters, Farrakhan has obtained over 1,000 acres of farmland for his people. And we can't even talk freedom and justice without acquiring land, because that's the basis of all freedom. Following his teacher's guidance, he reestablished an independent school system across the country and the Caribbean. In the mid-1980s, Farrakhan and black business leaders developed Power Products, a line of black-owned and black-produced hygiene products. But this offended certain powerful Jewish groups, and they threatened black businesses from working or distributing these power products. During that time, Farrakhan deposited millions of dollars that he and the Nation of Islam raised into a black bank in Chicago. And unsurprisingly, Jewish groups intervened and pressured this black bank not to hold the funds deposited by the minister. During the height of the crack epidemic, the unarmed brothers of the nation garnered national attention for cleaning up some of the country's most drug-infested, crime-ridden housing projects in D.C., Baltimore, New York, and Chicago areas. The unarmed FOI were doing what highly paid, highly armed police forces couldn't do. But Jewish groups once again and leaders stepped in to pressure the Senate, HUD, and major business corporations to rescind any contracts with NOI-affiliated security companies.
Some questions about whether or not NOI security money ends up going to NOI.
While we are white males here, we are proud, and I am, and I'm sure Mark Stern is, of the role that our organizations have played.
They didn't give a damn about reducing crime or drugs in our communities. They just wanted to block the Muslims from helping their own black communities. And that was a huge blow to our people.
When black people decide that we are going to do something to help ourselves, the enemy that has been sucking the lifeblood out of us all of these years feels threatened because our pocketbook has been their bank.
That's right.
And they...
After Minister Farrakhan led millions of black men in the largest gathering of peace, atonement, and black unity via the Million Man March, African and Eastern countries sought his unparalleled guidance, and many were willing to help him to help black America with billions of dollars. But the U.S. government stepped in to make sure that not a penny could go through the NOI. The same government that refuses reparations for black people they destroyed denies them any real help that will free them from their oppressive condition. That's outright racism and hypocrisy. Yet the government issues billions of taxpayer dollars to the state of Israel annually. Go figure.
They've given Israel over $100 billion of your tax dollars, and Israel haven't done nothing for them. You mean to tell?
In the early 2000s, the Bush administration launched its faith-based initiative to help fund religious groups to improve community neighborhoods. Many churches, Jewish groups, and faith-based organizations benefited and received billions of dollars from this program. Although the Nation of Islam had done unprecedented work in reforming downtrodden communities and black communities, the Bush administration made it clear that the NOI would not receive a dime from this faith-based initiatives program. And of course, the ADL led this hypocritical effort. After the 2010 earthquake damaged the black populated island of Haiti, the poor righteous teachers of the NOI pooled their meager nickels and dimes to obtain water purification units for the disaster-ridden island that was suffering heavily from a polluted water supply, providing the most important necessity of life. But meanwhile, the American Red Cross raised nearly $500 million with virtually nothing to show for it. You'd be astonished to know how little money Brother Farrakhan works with compared to other leaders and preachers, and how he's able to threaten the world's superpower with chump change.
Farrakhan is an extraordinarily dangerous man.
They don't mind certain leaders or celebrities obtaining millions of dollars as long as they aren't leading blacks into real independence, and as long as they don't threaten white rule the way Farrakhan does. See, if you really want to help place your resources and money to a movement for our independence, for real freedom, justice, and equality, there you go.